Yeah, and meanwhile, Senator-elect Mark Kelly is already getting to work following his victory against Republican Senator Martha McSally, focusing on what he can do to help fight coronavirus in Arizona. News 11's Adonis Albright joining us in studio.
Senator-elect Kelly easing into his new role of representing Arizona. Today, he held a press conference alongside members of his bipartisan transition team where they discussed how to navigate the pandemic and get Arizonans back on track.
Throughout this campaign, I had the opportunity to speak with a lot of Arizonans, and everyone seemed to agree on one thing. And that's that Washington has not been working for Arizona.
Kelly hitting the ground running even before being sworn into office. Members of his team addressing the big question, how to solve the economic fallout from the coronavirus pandemic.
We need a jobs bill. A lot of the people who have been displaced by COVID, those jobs are never coming back. We need to acknowledge that, and we need to start working now on how to get those individuals retrained.
At a local level, Mayor Evans is calling for additional funding for smaller towns and cities that she claims have been overlooked.
We need expedited financial support for our small businesses, and that support needs to include the entertainment venues that were not covered under the previous act. Our county health departments need to be 100% reimbursed for COVID-19 expenses. There's currently major issues with them getting reimbursed by FEMA.
On the cusp of two potential vaccines, Dr. Joe Gerald, who has been key in mapping infections across the Grand Canyon state, is urging the public to continue taking all necessary precautions. This as Arizona sees a rise in COVID-19 cases, and as we enter the holiday season, those numbers are only expected to climb.
We are now exceeding 2,500 cases daily. That's a pretty big number. We haven't seen numbers like these since the last outbreak in June.
Hundreds of thousands of Arizonans remain out of work. Small businesses are struggling to stay afloat. It's an issue Kelly's team is looking to tackle head on.
The Paycheck Protection Program provided a lifeline and a lifeboat for a period of time. The air is going out of that lifeboat. And as the air goes out of that lifeboat, a lot of those small businesses will not be able to keep going. It's not so much a paycheck protection program, it's a jobs program.
Kelly's transition team is going through the process of creating advisory groups for his first 100 days in office. He's expected to be sworn in next month. In the studio, Adonis Albright, News 11.